Hello, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last time we started Ren's route, and I got the walkthrough. I think I'm gonna open a walkthrough. I forgot to open it. I need it. It's important. Or else I'm gonna fall off a roof again. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay. Maybe I should cut this out. No, you're gonna have to be with me while I look it up. I think that's fine. We'll see. Alright. I got the walkthrough. Alright. No. I'm a professional, I swear. Shush. Don't panic. That's where we were. The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider these as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. No! What did I tell you? If you talk to Kenji, he'll kill you! He'll push you off a roof! And then again, I can picture him... I feel like this is similar. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. What did he say? What are you going to do? So if I hadn't joined a club or something, then I would have been pushed off a roof. Well, I joined the art club, so I guess I'll go with them. You did what? I joined the art club. Man, that was a bad move. Really bad. You could have been with me and I could have pushed you off a roof. You don't know what kind of girls there are in that art club. Troubled, angsty cuties who tear your heart out and eat it raw. Well, I know one art club member, and I don't really see Rin suddenly becoming a psychotic murderer. You never know. You've seen how dexterous those feet are. She'll drop kick you in the teeth. That seems unlikely. Don't say that. Don't fool yourself. You have no idea what you are dealing with here, man. They are the worst kind. They drag you in with all this fancy-pantsy shit, and when you least expect it, BAM! Bam what? Kenji seemed slightly fazed at my skepticism, but not any less loony. I thought that said horny. Oops. It doesn't matter. Tread carefully, man, tread carefully. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he is trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. Is the girl that stole his soul through her vagina in the art club? She might be. I'm going to have to find some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. I then go to the festival. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. The happy hubbub of the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and step outside. He sounds a lot happier in this one. The school grounds were transformed into festival grounds over yesterday and this morning. Colorful stands line at the main walkways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are still carrying stuff to and fro, but behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they're good to go. Most of the other students have been up early to finish the preparations. The feeling of guilt passes through me, but it soon goes away because I don't give a shit. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. There are some young families with the perturbed parents trying to keep up with the over-enthusiastic offspring. A few students of our own accompanied by their parents, and a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason I can imagine. I mean, maybe they're here to eat some yummy food. The carillon bursts into life, and the principal's squeaky voice announces the opening of the festival over the PA system. Everyone applauds politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. Yay! A school festival. We didn't really have festivals at my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from, but it's still somewhat exciting. A day off feels sweet after the first week of hard work, despite me lying on the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. I recall even wishing that I could go to math lessons during my stint at the hospital. I can't remember the program for the festival, even though Muto went through it during class just the other day. I step off the dorm steps, intending to take a tour around the grounds to see all the stuff the others have set up, but I only make it down to the bottom of the stairs. Hi, Rin! It's me! Remember? It's me! A few people are studying Rin's mural on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall and looking extremely bored and mildly under the weather. Well, she's been up for like 2 days straight. She's probably tired as hell. Good morning. Hello. How's it going? Nowhere. I'm stuck. What do you mean stuck? I mean, I can't walk stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday. Does it hurt? It's hard to say. Maybe. Her little leggies are tired because she was painting for 2 days straight. Baby. The strain of working on the mural was greater than she let me know. I thought it was a bit of tired muscles or something. I mean to ask something further, but Rin swiftly moves on to another topic. Teacher's friends came by. Then they headed into town for lunch and asked me to go. It was a good thing my legs hurt so much. But you're stuck sitting there. That's no good. That's not good. I'll just wait till I can walk again. It should be either sooner or later, if you think about it for a while. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural. He should be. But I wonder if it's finished after all. Oh? I thought yesterday that I'd done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details, maybe. Probably. It's very hard to decide. Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Oh, is it going to show us it? All of it? Various human body parts repeated over and over in a wildly mutating, mostly disfigured variety of the main element. They are rough-looking, as if thoughtlessly placed and rudimentarily painted, but a great deal of thought and care has gone into each and every one of them. Ooh. Does this one have a frog growing out of its head? Of his head? It's a goldfish. What's that? It's nothing. Anyway, I like that it's slowly. The wall is so wide I have to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. It's hard to consider it as a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of whole. Look at all them toesies. Abstract as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying, but it looks nice. That's enough for me. I settle myself next to Rin, leaning against the wall like she does. The happy noises of the festival are becoming louder as more and more folks enter the grounds. The dorms are far from the main attractions in the main building. Oh, and the stands around the courtyard, so most visitors have not found their way here yet. Hello? She just slides on the screen. A somewhat bored expression settles on Rin's face, making her look detached from everything that's going on around here. She's being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. She said that her leggies are just tired. I'm sure she's just straight up exhausted. So what did the art people say about your mural? My question wakes Rin from her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face toward me. I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they did. What about you? Are you happy with the mural? Because I kind of participated. It'd be terrible if you were unhappy. I'm unhappy about it because you participated. Maybe if you weren't here, it would have turned out better. Rin tilts her head, biting her lower lip. I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It just is. I guess I'm alright at being empty-minded. Can I ask something else? What does the painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when you said it doesn't portray anything. But that's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't make something out of nothing, not even art. Ren frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds. I don't know. I'm not really good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There's nothing special to it. I said it already. She sounds annoyed at my inquiries. I didn't know what I'd paint, so I decided to paint just a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural. No, wait, I just thought of a better way to say it. It portrays itself. So, its muralness is at the maximum, at least as far as I can do. So, if you think it has some meaning, I think that's the same as this one has. That makes no sense. Meaning. I feel the corners of my mouth turning upward into a smile. That's just a tiny bit bothered. Oh gosh, look at it all. Look at it all. It's beautiful. And there's a goldfish. This is wild. I have never understood art in the deepest meaning of the word. I get the basics, how art is supposed to be only a means for exchanging ideas and thoughts. Okay. Oh, we going backwards now. However, I never learned how I should interpret a piece of art to somehow divine what the artist intends to say through it. I know it's not any special skill, but somehow my brain never can connect art with anything else than what I see, and all I see is a mural. I can admire the technical skill. After all, even I know the difference between bad art and mediocre art and good art. But that's as far as I can go, so don't ask me about meanings, Rin. She didn't. You asked her. Her reply sure made me reluctant to ask her about it any further, either. So what are you doing when you get on your feet? Nothing. You should go get some food! Nothing, but there's a festival. Don't you want to go have some fun? I'm fine like this. You don't like socializing much, do you? I don't blame you. I think I'm arguing more for her than for myself at this point. It's not that I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either. Just a bit curious to see what it's like, and that's about it. Her answer is unsurprising. No, I don't. I guess me neither, in the end. You should go if you want to. I know, but I can keep you company. I'm not used to all this just yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave, though, if you want to be alone. I like it if you are here. We circle around each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere. Her saying that makes me feel oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like too. The odd warm aura of serenity that she seems to emanate makes it comfortable to be silent. I like that. We watch people walk by, the two of us silent, everyone else chattering happily among themselves. Students are leading their families to the dorms to show their rooms. They pass us in the mural, maybe glance at it once or twice. I pay less attention to them and more to my companion, trying to figure my way past her cryptic, unreadable wall of face. Ren's eyes flicker restlessly from one person to another as they walk by. Is she waiting for people to stop at the mural, maybe secretly hoping someone would comment on it? I don't think anyone would assume she was the artist. We're just sitting here like a pair of hobos, after all, and she doesn't even have hands. Alright, Hisao. I wonder if it's even in Ren's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. I mean, she probably wants someone to be like, I like her mural, instead of like some art people. It's nice when people are like, that's cool, that aren't like forced to go look at it. They just see it and are like, wow, I like that. More people walk by, some of them pointing their fingers at the mural, exchanging words that I can't make out. Someone drops a snow cone at his shoe. Too bad for him. Why was that added? Everyone seems to like it. I suggested tentatively, throwing a topic in the stale summer air separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I am mostly used to her occasional slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the jumble that comes out of her mouth. I wanted to make it so that you can just look at it without thinking, and I realized that it doesn't make any sense, so it became something like a mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall, which is exactly what that obnoxious president person didn't want. Is that the word? What word? That. What is the word for more than one butterfly? Butterflies? No, like a herd, or a school, or a heap. Oh, I don't know. A flock, maybe? Maybe people like butterfly vomit. Rin looks at the mural, looking surprisingly unhappy. Oh. The middle could be better. Usually I like in-betweens, but this was a pain in my butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it was literally after all. Don't be so critical of yourself. She looks at me funnily, but shuts up. At about this point, I start thinking if I should really leave or do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is the pinnacle of social failure. A whole free day of festival right outside my doorstep, and what do? Sit here with Ren, two bystanders with nothing to do except think what a pity it is to just be a bystander. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Ren is chill with it. She has been doing this festival for a couple of years, so she's probably over it. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up and take off for a day of fun. Shuffle, shuffle. Hello? Fidget. Shuffle. Why are those in the center and not in the text box? Ren is shuffling about restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? Yes. No. Yes. She suddenly hops up on her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help you. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing even remotely interesting has happened since I came here, except that one guy who dropped a snow cone on his foot. Let me help you, since I'm bored. So what is it? Rin's lips flattened tightly against each other in an almost perfectly horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. When she opens her eyelids, the frighteningly stern look in her dark eyes takes me aback. Hisao, you might not want to hear this, or maybe you do, I don't know, but it doesn't matter, and even if it did, you are not leaving me any choice. I'm having my period and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that our relationship is yet on this level where I could allow you to pull my underwear down in the girls' toilet even if you offered to. Oh. That's why you should stay here while I go and look for Emmy. As blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tide, my brain tried to desperately search for an answer, but the only thing I can think of is how that was the most coherent thing I have heard coming out of Rin's mouth during these 4 days I've known her. Whew. Wow. I mean, he asked. Yes. Yeah, just sit there. Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. From the corner of my eye, I see Rin turning on her heel and walking off without further ado. I feel like I'm going to hide under some rock. I wonder how long Rin will be gone, or if she will return at all. Whew, you really did, you did that, Hisao. You look like an idiot, in front of God and everybody. She does return eventually, appearing seemingly out of nowhere and sitting back to where she was, next to my place. I'm back. She says it flatly, like my blunder never happened. I'd prefer to forget the whole matter as well, so I keep quiet. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, it's just her shadow. I thought there was a little peeper behind her. The time passes and stands still. The sun gleams from high above the main building. It hits me directly in the eyes, but I just squint instead of moving. In a bit it becomes painful to keep my eyes open just a little, and my temples start aching. My head hurts. I think this day gave me a headache. Can you believe it? Are you hungry? How's that related to a headache? You can get hungry headaches. It's not. I ask because I am. Fair enough. Her oblivious seriousness melts my irritation with its ridiculousness, and I find the corners of my mouth slightly turning upwards again. You know what? So am I. I'll go get some food for us. What do you want? My treat. Doesn't matter. Well, I got you that snow cone that guy dropped on his foot earlier. I hope you like it. It's water now. Returning with the food, I give one portion to Rin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Rin looks upwards, fork hanging out of the corner of her mouth. What are clouds? I always thought they were thoughts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. You thought like that when you were a kid? No, last week. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds, fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was in my mind, like my mind was the sky. The sky of your mind? Close your eyes and think of sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. What? I try it. It works. Magic? Opening my eyes, I see Rin studying me with her eyes. It feels uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything. I turn away. Clouds are water. Evaporated water. You know, they say that almost all the water in the world will at some point of its existence be part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweat that comes out of you, it'll be a cloud. All the water inside your body, too. It goes up there and sometime after you die. It might take a while, though. Your explanation is better than any of mine. Because it's true. That must be it. I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade as the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. But the afternoon is already slowly making way for the evening, so our lunch becomes more of a dinner, or whatever the word is for an irregular meal like this. Despite what I decide to call it, it certainly hits the spot. I haven't eaten a bit since forever. My appetite filled, I let out a satisfied sigh. Rin hasn't eaten all of hers yet, but seems to be done with her food as well. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd has thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And why not? It's warm, the kind of perfect summer day when it's hot but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time really has flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 hours. Yes, we have. You want to do something else now? No, not really. Me neither. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall, and I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. I'm trying to feel Rin's mood from her demeanor. The tension of her muscles, the tiny expressions fleeting on her face. It's no use. She's unreadable, as always. The crowd swells to and fro, people happily chattering with each other. Very few people pay real attention to the mural, and even less to us. I fiddle with a few odd pebbles absent-mindedly. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something. The pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon from golden yellow to orange and red as the moment of sunset draws near. I feel like my stomach is filled with lead after eating so heavily, but the brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against the drowsy feeling that is overwhelming me, to no avail. Oh my god, he fell asleep outside. It's nighttime now. Oh, it's fireworks. I think I'll leave it off at the fireworks. Pachoo! 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 I'm a firework too! Okay, so we kind of just hung out with Rin all day, and didn't, and I cannot stress this enough, get pushed off a roof. And we didn't have to interact with Kenji, because we already did it, and I could just skip through it. Truly a blessing in these trying times. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next video.